Let's try to close the curtain. It is working! Very good! I'll grab my phone and I'll just shoot to show you. Yes, this little robot called SwitchBot Curtain can make your curtain smart in 30 seconds and it can be controlled from your phone, Alexa, Google Home or Siri. But is SwitchBot Curtain going to work with Home Assistant? Let's find out! What's up, Kirill Peyanskis here. SwitchBot Curtain is a small battery-powered device that can retrofit your curtains no matter your curtain rail type, as it can be ordered with rod, U-rail or I-rail hooks. The battery of the device can last around 8 months and then you just have to recharge it, or you can additionally buy and attach a solar panel that will constantly charge the SwitchBot Curtain, so you don't have to worry about the batteries. I'll talk more about SwitchBot Curtain features later, because now I will focus on
Home Assistant,
and especially on the Home Assistant SwitchBot integration options. As of now, there are 3 ways to integrate SwitchBot products in Home Assistant. The first method is to try the available SwitchBot integration in Home Assistant, which is working locally over Bluetooth Low Energy. The whole process is very easy, but it is not very complete. Let's see why. To try the first method, download and install the SwitchBot mobile app on your phone. The app is available in Apple App Store and Google Play. Create an account, add your SwitchBot curtains inside by following the instructions that the app will provide. When you're ready, you just have to get the Bluetooth MAC address of your SwitchBot curtain device by tapping on the wheel cock icon of your curtain device, and then on the 3 dots menu. Hey! If you're new here, consider subscribing and don't forget the notification bell. Like this video and let's continue. Then you have to place the MAC address in your Home Assistant configuration.yaml file under a switch section with platform SwitchBot. Because I have 2 devices, one that control the left part of the curtain and one for the right, I will add them both. Save the changes and reboot your Home Assistant. As a result, you will receive a Home Assistant switch or number of switches that will move the curtains several centimeters on every click of yours. Of course, you can make a Home Assistant script that will simulate X number of presses so you can fully open or close the curtains. The eventual problem with this Home Assistant SwitchBot integration is that you cannot get the current status of the curtains. Also, your device where Home Assistant is installed should have Bluetooth capabilities. I'm using a Raspberry Pi 4 and everything is working fine. But if your Home Assistant is installed on a virtual machine, you have hard time making this work. At least, this integration is entirely local, and you can save yourself from the cloud if that is your goal. The second method for Home Assistant SwitchBot integration is to use the Samsung SmartThings Hub as a middle layer. SwitchBot devices can be added naturally in Samsung SmartThings Hub, and afterwards you can integrate SmartThings with Home Assistant using the instructions in this video tutorial of mine. The cons of this approach is that you need an additional device, that is the Samsung SmartThings Hub, which will add more to your bill if you don't already have it. Also, big part of the communication to close or open your curtains is going through the cloud, if this is something that bothers you. The third and the final method of Home Assistant and SwitchBot integration that I'll show you in details in just a little bit is to use the SwitchBot API and REST commands executed from Home Assistant. Using this method, you can have the current status of your curtains as Home Assistant sensor and everything is working fine. Similarly to the previous method, we need an additional hub called SwitchBot Hub Mini, which is cheaper than the Samsung SmartThings Hub. But the communication here is also cloud-based, and we have a limit of 1000 requests per day, which is kind of enough if you have a relatively small number of SwitchBot devices and you don't want near real-time status of your curtain state. Anyways, let's see how to set the whole thing up. First thing that you need to do is to enable the developer mode and to obtain your API token. This is as fun as finding an Easter egg. Just open your SwitchBot mobile app and go to Profile, Preference and tap App Version 10 times. The developer options will show up, tap on it and you can get your token. We need this API token for 2 main reasons. First, to list the IDs of the SwitchBot devices, and second, to execute REST commands from Home Assistant, as you will see later. Next thing is to enable cloud services in your SwitchBot mobile app. To do that, you need another device from SwitchBot family called Hub Mini. You can add the Hub Mini to your home Wi-Fi, and afterwards you'll be able to control your SwitchBot devices using Alexa, Google Home and Siri. On top, you can use the SwitchBot Hub Mini as universal remote control for your other appliances like AC, TV and so on. The SwitchBot Hub Mini will cost you around $39 but you can get it cheaper if you buy it as a bundle. Links can be found in the video description. Now, let's get back to SwitchBot API and Home Assistant integration. When we have the API token and cloud option enabled within the SwitchBot app, we can continue further, and thanks to these two nice guys, this one and this one, from the Home Assistant community, we can add very easily the SwitchBot curtain to Home Assistant. The first thing we are going to do is to list the devices and their IDs using this curl command. I'll copy this command in my text editor here, and I'll replace API key here with my API, just like that. Now I'll copy the whole curl command, and I'll open a terminal. If you're using Windows, open a command prompt, and I'll paste the command. Success. Command is executed successfully. Where is my device ID? Curtain, where it is? Curtain error, device name, and this is the device ID. I need this. Have in mind that enable cloud service should be true, as it is here. I'll copy the device ID somewhere here because I'll need it later. And I'll return back to the community Home Assistant forum, and I'll follow these instructions from this good fellow. I'll open my secrets.yaml file, but first I'll copy these lines, and I'll go to my Home Assistant. I'll use File Editor add-on to edit my configuration. Secret.yaml, and I'll paste these lines right here. Now I have to replace some things. I'll copy again my token, and I'll paste it right here without the quote, just like that. Then I'll copy my device ID, and I'll replace your device ID with mine. I'll do the same here, and I'm ready. I'll save the changes, and I'll open my configuration.yaml file because I have to paste some more YAML inside. As instructed here, I'll copy this YAML code, and I'll paste it somewhere here. This is the REST command that are sending my device ID and my token towards the SwitchBot cloud service in order to close and open my curtains. Next thing is the sensor. This sensor can be added in Home Assistant to display whether the curtains are open or closed, represented in digits, but you'll see that later. I'll paste it under my sensor section, and because this keyword is duplicated, I'll remove it, just like that. And the final thing is the cover entity. I'll copy it, and I'll paste it somewhere in the middle between the REST command and the sensor. This will add a cover entity in Home Assistant that can be added in the Home Assistant Lovelace. I'll save the changes. Don't try to remember this YAML code by heart. You can get it from the video description or from my written article on my website, pejansky.com. And now I'll go to configuration, server control, check config. Everything is green. If you don't have such a section here, you just have to enable advanced mode in your username. And I'll restart my Home Assistant. Home Assistant has started, so I'll go to Overview, 3 dots menu, Edit Dashboard, Add a cart, by entity, and I'll search for bedroom because this is the name of my sensor and cover. Here are they. I'll select them both, continue. This is how my cart will look like, and I'll click Add Cart. Let's scroll down a bit. It seems that the sensor is working. It's displaying 6, that means 6%. That is fully opened. If it is 100, it is fully closed. Let's try to close the curtain. It is working! Very good! I'll grab my phone and I'll just shoot to show you. Nice! Very nice! It is working. Let's try the opening. It is working again. Very nice! Remember to have this kind of Home Assistant SwitchBot API integration along with the SwitchBot curtain device, you need the SwitchBot Hub Mini. If you choose this combination, as a bonus you can add Alexa, Google Home and Siri in the game. And here is how to add Alexa. Open your Alexa mobile app, click on More, Skills and Games, tap on magnifying glass and search for SwitchBot. Click on the result, tap again on it and enable to use. It will ask you to log in with your SwitchBot username and password to conclude with SwitchBot and Amazon Echo device integration. When you are ready, tap on Sign In and your SwitchBot account should be linked successfully. Now you just have to ask your Amazon Echo device to discover new devices either by voice or by clicking the button within the app. At the end, one new device should be found and you can set it up. Done! Now you can ask Alexa to open or close your curtains. Open curtains.
Okay.
And with Siri, which is the Apple Assistant, the things are even easier. Within your SwitchBot mobile application, click on your SwitchBot curtain device, More, then tap on a cogwheel and Cloud Services. Then Siri shortcuts and turn off, for example. In When I Say field, type whatever comment you wish. When you're ready, tap on Add to Siri button. Now, if I invoke Siri, close my curtains. Okay, everything is working. Good. Here is the Google Home demo. Oh wait, I forgot. I don't have a Google Assistant device. I'm putting the cart before the horse intentionally. I want to say a few words about the SwitchBot curtain installation and the device other worth mentioning features. The installation of SwitchBot curtain was indeed very easy. It took me more time to decide to which hook wheel to choose exactly for my rail than the actual installation. I also mounted the solar panels, but it turns out that they are not charging the devices due to not enough sunlight. Thankfully, SwitchBot have thought about this case and they prepared a long cable and hooks, as well as detailed and easy procedure how to move the solar panels so they can face direct sunlight. Another feature that SwitchBot curtain have is called Touch and Go. That is when you draw the curtains instinctively by hand, the device should sense that and it automatically have to move your curtains by 5 centimeters. You can enable or disable this feature from the SwitchBot app. However, this didn't work for me due to some reason. If you know why, let me know in the comments. Light sensing is another feature that, at the time of shooting this video, is still in beta version. It allows you to create open or close automations based on the luminance level right from the SwitchBot mobile app. Of course, the standard scheduling options are available for the SwitchBot curtain, where you can set up to 5 schedules on the device, or unlimited schedules if you have the SwitchBot Hub Mini. You can play with day, time and percentage options of opening and closing, and you can add delays. There are 2 motion modes: performance mode, which is faster but noisier, and silent mode, which is slower but, as the name suggests, more quiet. Additionally, you can add the SwitchBot remote to the whole picture, which is a little battery-powered device with 2 buttons that can be programmed from the SwitchBot app to open and close the curtains. You can easily add the SwitchBot remote to Home Assistant using the first method that I showed you, the one with the local integration and the Bluetooth Low Energy MAC address. That have to be added in the configuration.yaml file. If you want to buy the SwitchBot curtain or any other accessories or products, I can suggest to check the SwitchBot Hot Deals section, where you can regularly find different promotions and coupons that can decrease the price of the products a lot. I will leave a link in the video description if you want to check it out. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, so you will be the first to know when I release a new video, and that is usually every Wednesday. Follow me on Twitter and come and join in my Discord server dedicated for smart home. Get my smart home actionable guide from my website. Stay safe and don't forget, home smart but not hard. I'm Kirill and I'm done speaking.